Parashat KiSisa. Is it not strange that the second tablets, which was the sign of God's forgiveness of the Jewish people after their sin of the golden calf, was given on the 10th day of Tishrei, Yom HaKippurim, the day of forgiveness, and we know exactly which day it was, because Yom HaKippurim became the day of forgiveness as a result of these second tablets and what they proved. Whereas the first tablets, the first revelation at Sinai, we don't have a clear date, not from the Bible and not from the tradition of the rabbis. The Rivash, Rav Yitzchak Bar Sheshet, goes as far as to say that the date is hidden because the first tablets failed. Because barely 40 days after the first revelation, the Jews worshipped the golden calf. But if that's the case, there has to be something within the second tablets that makes them different and special. Something that the first tablets did not have. Something that would ultimately ensure success. And the rabbis of the Midrash explained to us exactly what that was. Look at the commandment of the second tablets. Exodus chapter 34, verse 1. God says to Moses, Psol lecha shnei luchot avanim karishonim. Hew out for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first ones, and write upon the tablets the words which were on the first tablets, which you broke. It seems that the second tablets were exactly the same as the first. The second set was like the first set. What's different? What's special? What's unique? What ensures success? Now, if you think back, you will remember the first tablets were Ma'aseh Elokim, the work of the Lord, and Michtav Elokim, the writing of the Lord. When God says to Moses, Psol lecha shnei luchot avanim, hew out for yourself the second tablets, a totally different thing. God says, I want this to be your work, your act, not mine, says God, but yours. And in this sense, Moses represents the religious leaders of every generation. The first tablets did not include room for the oral law, for the development of Jewish law, for the interpretation of Jewish law in accordance with the changes of the various generations. This was the unique aspect of the second tablets. Rabbeinu Tzadok of Lublin says it very well. Psol lecha, you will say what is pasul, what is invalid, and what is valid. Not me, says God. You, Moses, and the leaders of every generation, through the interpretations of the oral law. How does this ensure success? Parents especially, hear me well. What do we want more than our children to follow in the ways of our ancestors, being true to Torah, its commandments, its way of life? How do we hope to get that done? Not if they keep the Torah because we ask them to. Not if they keep the Torah because we love the Torah. in some way we've got to try to empower them to feel that it's their Torah, not ours. That they have ownership on it. That they take responsibility for it, as we each take responsibility for something which is truly ours. In Torah Shebaal Peh, God made the Jewish nation His partners in the development of Torah. God empowered Israel to develop Torah along with Him in each generation, in accordance with the needs of each generation. And if indeed we take Torah seriously, we understand that it's our Torah and our empowerment and our responsibility. If we feel that we have a share and a portion in the Torah, v'tein chalkeinu b'toratecha, that's ours, then we will always protect it. We will always preserve it. We will always make certain that it continues from generation to generation. Shabbat Shalom.